Okay, for this one I'm gonna do maps. Last time I did arrays and lists, and maps are similar to the list, um, except for a map will have a key value instead of just one. Like a list will have an assortment or a whole bunch of values. A map will have a key value. So each key is going to be unique. You can't have two different keys that are the same value, or the same key. You can't use it twice. So if I'm going to keep going with my animal example, let's see. I'm going to make a map up here in the global, I think. So let's call it my map as map. Then when I get to my sub, my map will be initialized since I want to start using it now. And so I'm gonna see in my map, I'm gonna put, that's how you enter your key value, and I'm gonna put, so my key is going to be the animal itself. Let's say kangaroo. And I'm gonna use for the value, I'm gonna use probably, I guess, the country that it's in. So Australia. And let's do another one. My map. Put let's do koala, I guess. It's also in Australia. So I can do it this way because the keys are unique. I got kangaroo and koala. The values are the same, but that's okay as long as my keys are unique. I'll do one more. Let's see, my map. Put. Let's do jaguar. Brazil. Okay, now I'll go ahead and do an output. So the output's going to be a lot like when you do a list. You do the my map size. Gotta do a 4. I equals my map size -1. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's say key is my map get key at location I. It's going to be a string. I'm going to say a value is my map get value at I as string. So then when I want to log it, I just do log key value. Of course, I can't do it exactly like that. I'll say key. So key will be key and comma. Let's go like this. And value is going to be value. So when you, where's my error at? For I equals 0, 2. Okay. So when you log something, you can use the ampersand or the and sign to join parts of your strings together. So you can say key equals and then and the actual value, the variable key, and the next part, and so on. So anyway, that's how you join. You use the ampersand. All right. So I'll run it, and the first key, kangaroo, and the values Australia, koala, Australia, jaguar, Brazil. I could do something like, I can say what I is, so you know where at in the map we're talking about. Which can be useful sometimes. Let's see. Something like this. See if that works. So at 0, the key is at the map location 0, key value, and then 1 key value, 2 key value. And you can look at exactly what's in your map, doing it that way. So yeah, maps can be useful if you're working with tables, especially. If you're going to get into SQL, some sort of SQL, I use it for SQL all the time. So it's there's going to be times that when you're programming, you're going to think of cases where you want a unique key, and then each unique key will have a value. And when you hit that point, hopefully you will remember maps and what they're for. And I think I'm going to make this, I'm going to end this portion as the basic map tutorial. And I'm going to, if you want to stick around, I'm going to go on and kind of talk about maybe some uses or mistakes you can make with the maps. Like if you want to, let's say I'll make another map. My other map as map. And also, I don't know if you guys where you're at in your editor, but you can, if I want to change, say this my map, I want to put a little underscore there, just make it look better. Then I can go to edit and then find replace, and then I'll just kind of copy this, paste it there, find what my map, and then replace with. I'll just make my little change there. And you can either hit replace for each one, or you can replace all. If you're going to replace all, I would recommend matching the whole word first so you don't accidentally replace things you don't want to replace. But I'm going to hit replace all. And there, just kind of changed them all for me. And of course, you can imagine if you have a large program, that would be pretty useful. Okay, but now that I have two maps, I put my values in the first map, and I want to create a second map that's exactly like the first map. So I'm going to say my other map equals my map. And then I come down here, and I'm just going to look at my other map now. Let's see what happens. Now it worked. But let's say now I have two maps, and the reason I wanted to have two maps is because I want to make some changes to the original map. So now that I have everything in my other map, I should be able to just go my map, clear, and now I have a clear map to work with, and I have everything in my other map. Let's see what happens. But no, it's saying there's nothing in my other map. Well, why is that? It's because my map, what I did here when I said my other map is equals, or is my map, all I'm saying is I'm making a reference that points to from my other map to my map. So essentially I just bound those two. Their fates are bound together. So whatever I do to my map, it'll also happen to my other map. So if you want to move maps, shift one map into another map, that's not the way to do it. It'd be nice, maybe. Well, I don't know if it'd be nice, but it's just that it's just the way it works. If you want to actually do it, you would have to do something like this. Do for I equals 0 to my map size -1, and then you could say again with the key value. I'll just kind of copy paste. So now we got our key value from my map, Then I'll say my other map, and I'll say put key value. And now I'm transferring each key value from my map to my other map one at a time, and that way it's kind of like it's literally moving everything from my map to my other map, in which case I can clear my map here and I'll still have value in my other map. I'll go ahead and run it. And I have an error. Let's see, my other map, let's see, it says object, I never initialized it. I'll go ahead and, before I use it, I'll initialize it. I'm going to use it right here for the first time. So this is where I'll initialize it. Okay. Alright, so yep, everything has been moved to my other map. And then when I cleared my map, then I essentially have two separate maps. And that's a good way to keep them all separated. Other things that people like to do with maps is sort them. The only thing it's you pretty much, the order you put it in the map is the order you get it. It is in the map, so it's not gonna change. You can't just go, instead of clearing this map, let's see if I go my map. There's no sort for a map in here. So if you want to sort a map, if you watched my my lists video, you can sort a list. So if you can imagine if you put everything from your map into like all the keys from the map, you want to sort by key, put the keys in the list, and then you can sort the list and then transfer them into a new map. In fact, I think that would be a good practice for many of you to do, maybe, is create a way to sort a map. And after you've done that, and if you've watched my subroutine video, there's different ways to make subroutines, and what's really a good way to do this is to make everything modular as possible. So you can just call on a sub to do, one thing, and you can reuse that sub in several different programs. So if you want to make a list, do the sort something. If you want to make a subroutine that makes a map sortable, so you just input a map and it'll sort it, and then it'll output the sorted map. You'll have to do it the same method with list sort, most likely, unless you can think of another way to do it. But that'd be another good practice. Just after you figured out how to sort a map, make a subroutine that sorts any map you put in it. And just kind of keep in mind that the whole string, what kind of keys you're going to be sorting, if they're going to be strings or integers or doubles, because they do sort differently. Okay, what else we got? Contains key. That's kind of useful if you don't know if a key is in a map. So I could say, I'm just going to get rid of this other map right now by just commenting, do a mass comment out right there, a block comment out. And I'm going to say, let's say if my map contains the key koala, then do the following. And you could say my map get koala. If it's there, then get it. And you could, whatever you want to do with it at that point. I'm just going to log it. So what's it gonna do? I'm gonna comment this out. What's it gonna do right here? It's gonna look for koala. And then is it gonna log koala? I said my map get koala. Let's see what happens. So it logged the value. It got the key koala and it logged Australia. So whenever you use the get, it gets the value of the key that you're getting. See if there's anything else to talk about here. I think that's pretty good. You can, another thing to do, you can remove, and so this is going to remove the key. So I could say, if it contains the key koala, my map, remove koala. And then this would probably cause an error because it shouldn't be there anymore. And after I remove koala, I will go ahead. I gotta change it back to my map. And I'll log whatever's left. And of course that should just, it'll have kangaroo and jaguars left. But okay, I think I'm gonna end it there. Thanks for watching. I would recommend trying to do the sort exercise if you're looking for something fun to do. And I will see you next time.